Oh. Oh. Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Oat Podcast. I'm your host, Abby, and for the 300th time,
Hello.
I have Saige here with me.
I'm not the host, Saige.
I know. I was just like, I feel like I need to have you on like every other or every third time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had you on like back to back, and I was like, I need to give you a little bit of a break.
Yes. Okay.
You're busy.
I'm a busy
like
girl. I have a lot going on.
In order to get like our schedules to coordinate, I was like, this is too much. So I've had like some local people in town.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to give that a breather too, and then bring you on because no one else will talk about Taylor Swift with me.
Oh, yes. I will talk about Taylor Swift any day. There's a lot to talk about. She's been a busy girl.
Oh my God, there's so much to talk about. Well, first of all, like I did talk about like I gave like an Eras tour recap just from my point of view, but like we went to the Eras tour together. We haven't talked about that on the podcast. Speak Now has been released.
Yes.
Also, I love that we did not coordinate our Taylor Swift merch.
No, we did not. But here we are. I brought the best shirt I own.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of pictures of Taylor Swift on it.
You're like, I'm going to change. And I'm like, okay. And then you come out with this.
I forgot this was recorded as well. Well, video recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my thought process behind bringing new clothes is that I just got back from work. The last thing I want to do is wear jeans for another couple hours.
Right,
So
right.
I had to change.
Yeah. I used to like kind of like dress nicely for these. And then I'm like,
no,
it's just in my house.
Yeah.
Like, that's dumb.
No one wants that.
Didn't even wash my hair today.
No one needs a hair wash.
No. I did shower though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Whatever.
But yeah, so just up top, like this is my like I've been like dying to ask you this.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't like just text you this because now we can talk about it.
Okay. Yes.
Of course. It's like we don't have like any conversations outside.
Yeah. No, we only talk during the podcast. So we'll be here for 4 hours.
Yes. So how do you feel about Long Live being part of the official set list?
Don't even talk to me about it. I should pull up the text I did send to one of my friends talking. I was sobbing. Like I was more upset.
Like, did you actually cry?
Yeah, I cried on and off for a whole day because my entire I want to pull up this text that I sent.
Please. So while you're pulling it up, so for the listeners that don't know, Long Live is Saige's like all-time favorite song. And we obviously like we went to see the Eras tour. Everyone knows this. But it wasn't part of like the official set list. And then after Speak Now was released, it's part of her show.
Yeah.
And I just was like, you have to literally be heartbroken.
I cannot describe it. I went to 2 concerts and I didn't get to see it. Okay.
Yep.
So this is what I sent at midnight.
Oh no.
I said, I can't. My entire TikTok is Long Live. I'm so fucking unwell. It wasn't even a surprise song. Is she just adding it to the set list and everyone who already went is shit out of luck? Like, I cannot handle it. Come on. I need something to live for. Taylor, just give me Long Live in person. A bunch of crying emojis. I went to 2 concerts and it wasn't enough. Nothing will ever be enough. I just need the boost of serotonin, and screaming Long Live while sobbing with a stadium full of people is the only way to fix every problem in my life. Like, damn, what did Kansas City do to deserve this? Literally, Kansas City sucks dick.
The drama.
I was so upset.
I know. When I found this out, I was like, oh no.
Like, that is the worst thing that could have happened to me. Like, that is really dramatic. But
and it's probably like, okay, so like she probably had this whole plan of like release Speak Now and then add it to the set list, and so that's why it wasn't a surprise song.
Yeah,
because you were like, it's going to be.
I know.
Karma is not your boyfriend.
Karma hasn't been my boyfriend for a long time. We broke up. He's like over me. Like,
it's been like a full year.
I know. I'm like trying to get his attention. It's not working.
It's like the first time you were on the podcast, I think you're like, yeah, Karma's my boyfriend, and then it's like ever since you're like, it is shit. Like, it's not my boyfriend. We broke up. Goodbye.
Yeah, he hates me. It was horrible. I was telling my dad about it. Long list of things my dad does not care about.
I know. I was like, wait, does he like entertain you?
No, yeah, he sits and entertains me. I listen to him talk about cars. He listens to me talk about Taylor Swift.
Right.
And I was telling him about it, and he's like, "Oh, that's so funny." And I'm like, "Dad, I'm like, I thought you were like my bestie, but never mind."
You're like, are you even listening to me,
Do you
Dad?
even care about Long Live? The whole stadium was purple.
And her outfit, I'm like,
I
oh my
know.
god.
And the guitar, it was the guitar.
Yes.
It's like, give me something. And then there was one night in Kansas City where they got Long Live and Last Kiss, as the Last Kiss has the surprise song. And I send my most unhinged Snapchats when I'm singing Long Live.
Yeah.
Because it's just the bridge and Long Live could have changed on Seasons in Time, but I never dreamed of you changing your mind. It's just like so poetic and good. And like my life, like I have to go to another concert to see Long Live.
Yeah. Like we're going.
Yeah, it has to happen.
So there's rumors that there's going to be a second leg to the US tour. And like we're paying as much money as it takes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I didn't buy lunch day at work, so I could afford this ticket. Like I have to start skimping now.
I mean, like, we don't have kids. It's like
No.
all of the money we could be spending on kids right now, we're just putting it in our savings for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
so I also justify it as, since I don't have a significant other, a boyfriend who's buying me things, and I'm not buying him things for Christmas.
Yeah.
I need to buy myself gifts.
Yes.
So that's Taylor Swift.
This is like
Always.
mental health.
It's
honestly.
mental. Yeah. I need a boost of serotonin, as my text message said.
Yeah, I literally. But okay, so honestly though, I did think of you like when she added it, but like, so I think I was talking about this like on the last episode, so I won't talk too much about it. But basically, I mean, just this little part. We're gonna keep talking. Sorry for everyone listening. I promise this isn't going to be a full Taylor episode. Maybe I can't make any promises, but like we got to catch up on this.
Yeah,
and it's like our favorite subject.
Yeah,
so you know,
Mhm.
if you don't like it, then fast forward or stop listening.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, so I knew some of the songs because I had told you that like when I babysat that girl, like Speak Now was one of the albums she was obsessed with. So like I knew some of the songs going
Mhm.
into it, but I really hadn't given a lot of it a lot of time just because I knew she was re-recording.
Yeah.
And I knew we only were going to get one song at the Eras tour.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need to really know all of the words. So I was like waiting for this re-recording. I was going to kind of look at it from a perspective of this is a new album for me. And so Long Live was one of the songs that I didn't really know. And honestly, I talk about this on the last one, so I'm not going to keep going about it, but I cried the first time I listened to it.
I'm like getting like I could tear up now thinking it's just so good, and it's her like love letter to her fans, and you can take it as like a lot of different ways. It is,
because I was trying to figure that out.
It's a love letter to her fans, like long live all the memories we made at the time of my life fighting dragons with you.
I just got chills.
I know. It's like she wrote it after one of her like first really big concerts in Foxborough, so that's why I thought I was gonna get it then.
Okay, that makes so much sense. I'm still getting chills.
I know. And like, I don't know, that was like such an important song to me growing up, and not because of like I didn't view it as that way. I just like viewed it as like my potential partner. Like I just want someone who like life is always going to bring up trials and like troubles, but like you have the time of your life going through them together.
Okay, yeah, like I had the time of my life fighting dragons with you. I think we talked about that lyric specifically on the podcast before.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
It's so good.
Yeah. But there's like one like section that like talks about like I'm gonna mess it up now because I'm so bad at remembering lyrics. But it's basically like if you have kids one day, like I hope like
you tell them my name.
Yes. Like I related that to like my high school ex best friend. Because it's like we went through all of this stuff together, and then like now like she just had a kid, and so like that's why I cried. I was like, oh my god, that's like heartbreaking.
Yeah. It's just It's just so good. And something I think a lot of people don't know about Speak Now, she wrote the entire album by herself. So Taylor writes
Mhm.
all of her songs, which is unusual for an artist, but
Right.
she wrote that entire album by herself. Like most of the time she has co-writers, but
Yeah.
it's something she wrote all by herself. And she was young when she wrote it, and I think you can hear that in some of the songs. For
Yeah.
sure, they're not as elegant or insightful as some of her older things like in Folklore and Evermore,
Right.
but I do think there's some really good songs. Like Last Kiss is incredible. Like if you've
Mhm.
just gone through a breakup and you're just
Mhm.
devastated, and Long Live is really good, and I really like Sparks Fly. Those are probably my three favorite.
Yeah, and I think though, like, for me, like, listen, so, like, I didn't really connect to it when I was younger, I just
Mm-hmm.
knew some of the songs. I think I can still, like, be introspective and, like, think, like, okay, like, this was her when she was younger,
Yeah.
and so you can think back to, like, those emotions and feelings, like, in the more juvenile way of, like, putting things,
Yeah.
and, like, it's still so relatable.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know, like, if she would go through the things that she went through back then, she would write a totally different song now,
Yeah.
but it's like that was 20-year-old Taylor,
Yeah.
and, like, it's still an amazing piece of work.
Yeah, and I think back to the time in your life or my life when you're young and you're like loving for the first time and getting your heart broken for the first time. Everything is so dramatic.
Yes.
And it's like that album is so dramatic. And now
Yes.
I'm like, okay, that's dramatic. But at the time, you feel it so
And how
much.
fucking petty it can be,
And
like,
how petty. And like, I think of and how much you like daydream about it. And so, like, even Speak Now, she's picturing herself in a church, like ending their relationship. He's running off with her. Like, everything
yes.
is so movie esque.
Right.
And you get that a lot in the album, which
And,
is
like,
fun.
so, like, now I think she's still, like, obviously she still writes about people, and I think sometimes she tries to be a little bit more, disguised when she's writing about
Mm-hmm.
someone, like, not as obvious,
Yeah.
but, like, doing Dear John, and I know, like, Dear John is like the what it used to be, like, in the newspaper or something, like, where you would write in or something, like, isn't that
Oh, I'm not sure.
actually,
Yeah.
I think that's, I heard that somewhere, which, like, I didn't
Hmm.
fact check it, but, like,
Okay.
I think it's actually, like, okay, like, oh, it could be something else, but it's, like, clearly Dear, like, John
Yeah.
Mayer.
John Mayer.
And then, like, the guitar riffs in the beginning,
You sound
it's
just,
so blatantly obvious
yeah,
and so petty, and I love it so
it's
much, and I'm
incredible.
like, this is the energy, like, we all had when we were
Yes,
20,
I
like, we
know.
wanted to be so petty.
I know, it's great. Like, imagine the feelings you had, but then you had the opportunity to be
Yeah.
petty on a
Oh my
national stage.
gosh.
Heck yes, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, go
And then
Taylor.
she's, like, fireworks, like, shining over the city or
I
whatever, it's like
know.
she's just blowing up, it's like, a big F you.
It's great.
But I wanted to ask you though, like, how do you feel, 'cause there's been some lyric
Oh,
changes.
Better Than Revenge.
Yeah. So, let's give, like, a background.
Sure.
So in Better
Mhm.
Than Revenge, do you know the exact, like, I know, like, what it's talking about, but
So I know she's better known for the things that she did on the
yep,
mattress.
okay.
I don't know the
Like,
new
she's an
one.
actress.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
give a crap about the new one. No, just kidding. Sorry. Go on. It's something about a moth and a flame.
I don't remember what it is
Yeah,
now, but,
yeah.
like, what's your thoughts on that?
So I see both point of views. I'm someone who like now that I'm 30, like an old lady,
I'm 31.
I like am not someone who agrees with slut shaming at all. Like I think everyone is open to their own thing and I won't judge anyone for whatever they do. And like I think that's really important lesson to
Yeah.
teach people. However, I think she's better known for the things she does on the mattress is more indicative for the time period when she wrote it. And
Yeah.
when you're, oh, I remember feeling that way when I was 17 years old and 16 years old. I'm like, the only reason this guy doesn't like me is because I won't put out. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like such a real emotion.
And that, like, she stole my man.
She stole my man and she does things on the mattress I won't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I wish she wouldn't have changed it because it's the nostalgia for me of like
Yeah.
that point in time. Like, I don't
Mhm.
know if I think teenagers nowadays are probably don't slut shame nearly as much. Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not
I
with
don't
the
talk
youth.
to a lot of teenagers.
Yeah, I know.
just from TikTok, it seems like they are a little bit more accepting
Yeah.
of like sexuality.
Yeah.
It seems.
It seems, but when we're growing up, it was such a real thing, and
and it was like so forbidden, like, and
yeah.
it was like not talked about. And
Mhm.
so like if someone was doing it, it's like, oh, like we genuinely like in our heads thought that like people were being sluts.
Yeah, and
Like it's terrible to say, but like we did.
yeah, and like now,
It's just because it was a lack of information.
yeah, and like now we can like, oh, you dirty little slut. It's like a good thing
Yeah,
sometimes, right?
Right.
But then it was not
Like genuinely like a positive thing.
Yeah.
Like,
We're like, oh, good for you.
you
Okay.
dirty little slut.
I don't know if I've ever said
I
that.
was gonna say, like, you've literally never said that about anyone a day in your entire life.
I know, maybe I should start calling my dog that or something. I don't know. It's kind of fun.
You hoe.
It's like, look at you go, Mill. She's like sniffing the sidewalk. I don't know. So that's how I feel about it. What are your thoughts?
That's kind of how I feel too. I mean, like the nostalgia thing obviously isn't there for me because I never really listened to the song before.
Yeah.
So it's not like part of my childhood and stuff like that. But I think like I understand why she changed it, and I would also understand why she wouldn't change it if she hadn't.
Yeah.
And I think as a society and Taylor Swift fans, like we should all just collectively agree like that was just a different time.
Yeah.
And acknowledge that she has matured and grown up, and she would never ever say that to anyone now.
Yeah, now she's so pro.
Yes, like she's
Yeah.
in her sexuality, and
Yeah.
like she had that whole thing like with Matt Healy,
Yeah.
and like was very open about it. It's
Yeah.
like, it's clearly a rebound. He clearly was just probably good in bed, and
I
let
think
her
it was all just a PR
let
thing.
her do her thing. You know,
Yeah.
like you think so?
Oh, Taylor doesn't do anything that's not PR.
Yeah.
If she was truly
very calculated.
Yeah, if she was truly into him, like we didn't know. Oh shoot, I forget about Joe Allen.
I know.
or
I sometimes
Ellen.
keep
I'm
forgetting his name.
See, that's the thing is like
Alwyn.
that's how little we knew about him because she
Mhm.
was so into him, and she kept it a secret for years before we knew about him existing. So like the only reason we know about her and Matt is because she wants us to know about it.
I've also heard that she wanted like the eyes on someone else, so
Rather
that
than
way
Joe.
there wouldn't be a backlash on him.
Yeah.
Which I think is very smart
Mm-hmm.
because truly,
Yeah.
it worked.
Yeah, it did work. I like forgot about Joe. And
Yeah,
almost all of her songs are written about him
Right.
nowadays.
I know. Even some of like the ones that like she says like are about like a fake scenario kind of seem about someone at least.
Yeah.
Or him. So
What's your favorite not like Volt song from Speak Now?
oh, this was another one I wanted to ask you about. Okay, so I like Electric Touch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that I wanted to say. I don't think I have ever in my history of since I've been a Taylor fan heard like a new song, like a love song specifically, or one that's like more positive, not about heartbreak, and like related it to my life ever in my whole entire life. In fact, like I don't really relate to a lot of like the lovey-dovey ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I usually skip over them. Like I'm like, give me the heartbreak, give me the pain.
Yeah.
And this is like the first one that I like actually like really, really relate to. And I think it's like so beautiful. And I'm
Oh.
like going back and listening to her love songs.
Yeah.
And it's like making me like really happy. I'm like, oh my God,
Oh.
this is so special.
Who are you?
I
Gotta change that black
know.
outfit to pink
Right.
in your lover era.
That's I know. I think I'm kind of am. I'm like, this is like it's so. I mean, and it's so special because it's like the first part of it is like this is either gonna break my heart or you know what's the rest of them? Break my heart or bring it back to life.
Yeah, bring it back to life.
And like when I first heard that, it was like the person I was seeing was like kind of newer still, and I didn't
Mhm.
really know where it was gonna go. And I'm like, this is so true because I'm like like I felt like that, you know, like where it's like you're not sure the instability
Yeah.
is still kind of there. So
Oh, I'm very excited for you.
yeah,
Do you
but
want to
then
talk more about it?
I feel like we might talk about it a little bit later, but is Haunted? Is that in the vault? Or is
No.
that
Mm-mm.
okay? That's one of my other favorites from
Yeah. She
the
played that at the
album.
Eras Tour. That's the one she played.
Yes, it's so good.
Oh, yeah. It makes me want to tear up.
What's your favorite vault?
Don't be in love. Okay. Favorite vault song? I really liked Foolish One. It's so good. Have you listened to it much?
I have, and I'm like trying to, how does it go?
It's all about like you're not gonna get love letters, like you're delusional, like he doesn't actually love you, like there's nothing special about you. I'm like, I need this sometimes really to humble me.
Right. I really like all of them. I feel like the Emma one, when Emma falls in love.
Oh yeah, I have not listened to that very much at all.
I like it, but like it's like I don't think I liked it at first. Like I had to listen to it a couple of times before I really connected to it.
Yeah, I listen to Timeless a lot.
Okay. I don't really think I've given that one a lot of time.
Yeah, either. That one's, I'm a sucker for what coulda, woulda, shoulda been.
Yeah.
Type songs.
Okay, so I'm not quite finished with the Taylor questions.
Tell me more.
Okay, so I want to hear your predictions and guesses because I have my predictions and guesses about which albums are coming out next and then what she might do next year. But like, what are your thoughts? Like, do you think she'll release another album this year? It's July, end of July.
So I could see Taylor wanting to re-release all of her albums before the end of the Eras Tour. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the Eras Tour is going to go on for like a whole nother year because she has a whole international leg.
Yeah. Do we know when that ends in 2024?
I mean, I know it will be going at this time next year.
Okay. So I was thinking maybe August of next year.
Yeah. So I could see, I'm sure we'll get another like mention about a new album or re-release soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, people have been thinking there's Easter eggs.
Oh, there's always Easter eggs. I don't try to figure them out because they're too like it's too much time. I'm too busy.
Yeah.
And I love Taylor, but like I have been burned too many times. Like I think there's like another album between 1989
Karma.
Yeah, I do think Karma exists. I would love it if she released an album in the fall. That's her MO. She always released new music in the fall. Like last fall was Midnight's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like anytime she releases new albums, it's in the fall, usually October. That's why October is such a good month. So I would love it. However, she usually releases like newish music, like usually every 2 years, like a new album. So like I could see us waiting and like just like getting all of the re-releases done until she releases something new.
Yeah.
How many re-releases were done before Midnight's? Because that would be interesting to know. It's like maybe she'll do 2.
Was it 2?
There was Red. Mm-hmm. What was her? And Fearless.
Yeah, that's it.
I think so. And then because the only other one's been Speak Now, which was just released. And so then there is Debut, Taylor Swift.
1989
and Reputation. So I could see her maybe doing like there's no debut in the Eras Tour. I could see her releasing that and then adding that to the set list.
Ooh, that's a good thought. I've heard that people probably think she'll end with that. Like maybe end the tour with announcing that re-release or like releasing it like at some point, like right at the very end.
Yeah.
Which like that. I'm like, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Like where it all began.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I could see her releasing Karma or an album in fall if she is going to do it. And I think she's going to be releasing rapid fire re-releases until like this time next year. Yeah. What?
That just gave me the chills.
I know. So much Taylor
the
content.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire. All I want. Do you know I'd Lie? Probably not. So it's not.
No.
It's not like a release song, and I know it because it was on YouTube.
Okay.
Like there was like a lyric version on YouTube, and like back
like recently.
No.
Okay.
Back in the day, you would like I did YouTube to MP3, and that's how I download it onto my iPad or Zune at the time. And it was my favorite song. It's so good.
Do you still have it?
You can still YouTube it.
Oh, really?
Well, I think so. Yes. Yes, you
Okay.
can. So you should look into it.
Yes.
And I'm just dying for it to be a Volt song. And I don't know if it
Mm.
will be.
Like, what time was it released at?
See, I thought it would be like Fearless, but maybe it was debut. I
Mm.
don't know.
Oh.
Because it goes, if you'd ask me if I'd love you, I'd lie. It's just so
Oh, wait.
good.
Yes.
Yes,
Maybe I have heard this.
it's like a popular song for a song never being released.
Maybe because like, again, like I wasn't like a big
Yeah.
Swiftie then. So I think I probably just thought it was part of her like albums.
Well, I did too until like
interesting.
I became an adult and I'm like, why can I find this on Spotify or Apple Music?
Yes.
And then I'm like, oh, it only exists in YouTube and in my brain.
Huh. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, you should look it up. So I'm like, I cannot. Like, if that what if that was a surprise song? I would lose it. I've
I'm just,
already
like,
had enough trauma with the air
Fingers
storm.
crossed. Like, I think if she did a second leg, first of all, I understand if she needs to take a little breather.
She needs a break. If I'm
I don't know
busy.
how she's been doing it.
Like, and how would she have time to even record another? Like, I think all the re-releases are
I
done.
think. Oh well, do you think so?
I think they've all been recorded.
Interesting, because she's been going to like the recording studio, like
Well, then that's for
in
new
between.
music. Yeah.
So then, if that's the case, then I think we will get. Okay, so my prediction.
We don't
is,
deserve Taylor Swift.
I know, and this is why like someone was like after her breakup, like calling me out on the internet. They were like, she's just going to work. Like every other person has to go to work after a heartbreak. And I'm like, if you are really seriously comparing my job to Taylor Swift, you are fucking delusional.
I know. And
I'm like, what a crazy thought. I'm like,
just like
do you
being
see
on
what she's
tour
doing?
is enough work. Yeah. It's
And I also
crazy.
don't have to talk about my exes
I know
every day.
But think about the incredible music she's writing right now.
I
How raw it
know.
is.
Well, even
be so
probably just
good.
like this experience, like with her fans after being locked away. I don't know. I'm like so excited. But everything she does is amazing. So
I know,
like
I'm
I
gonna
like
love it
I
all.
can't even. But my prediction is that we will get. Everyone is thinking 1989 in around
Next.
August timeframe,
Okay.
like this year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking she's gonna surprise us and do Reputation. I really do. Gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna predict Reputation. I really hope I will die. I love 1989 too, though.
1989 feels more of an August album to me than Reputation does. I don't know. August is too bright for Reputation. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but it makes sense.
No, it does. Now that you're saying that, that does.
But Reputation did come out, I remember, in the fall. But all of our albums come out in the fall.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that's my prediction. I think this Reputation this year, and then next year we'll get 1989 and a new album.
I think we're like August is too soon.
That's kind of what I was thinking, to be honest with you. But based on the Easter eggs, that's what people are saying, and they make sense. Like when I watch them all, I couldn't re-explain them.
No,
but I think not necessarily August. I just think sometime this year.
Okay.
Before the end of
yeah, I definitely think
sometime this year before the end of the year. Of course,
Yeah.
that's mansplaining what a year
Yeah.
is.
Thanks for mansplaining that. I've known years since kindergarten.
Yeah, December.
Good to know. I know my months.
2023.
Okay. You can keep going if you want. December 31st, maybe?
Before January 1st.
Okay.
2024.
Got it. Perfect. Thanks. Crystal clear.
Wait, did it? Oh, wait, no. I thought, did she release anything on New Year's Day, or was that like a video?
No.
I think that was a video for
Yeah.
1989.
Yeah.
Because I remember I came home like fucked up and I had to like watch it like before going to bed. I was like, yeah, Mom. I think it was at my mom's house for some reason. I was like, Mom, I gotta watch this.
Oh, love that for you.
Okay, I think that might be all of my questions. But if you have anything you want to talk about Taylor related, let's talk about it.
Nope. I just can't wait till she releases more concert dates and I can go. I'm gonna buy as many tickets as I can at this point. And like I'll go multiple nights in a row. I'll go to multiple cities. Like if it's gonna be in Indy and Columbus and Canada, I'm trying to go to all those cities.
Yeah, 1000%.
It's gonna be great.
I agree, and I will go. Maybe not the Canada ones.
I want to go to Canada.
I mean, I'm just thinking like some places that are like super drivable. Canada is like a little bit far, but I was like about to like also buy a plane ticket and go recently. So
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in Canada. It's a good excuse.
yeah, so TBD, I guess.
We'll see.
But I agree. Yeah, I almost spent $6,000 on them. So
Oh. For Taylor.
yeah, like resale tickets.
Wow. Who needs a house when you have Taylor Swift?
I was like, no big deal. I was like, since I literally probably would have if I hadn't gone to Jamaica this year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But like, it's like 2 vacations.
Yeah. $6,000 is absurd.
So, I mean, I guess depending on where you go,
Yeah.
more than 2. Okay. Anyways, I know you're not watching The Bachelor.
Nope.
Bachelorette right now, and you didn't watch the last season either, right?
Mm-mm.
So we've kind of been like on like a little pause because before, like, that's how I feel like we probably talked about it. That's
Yeah, probably. That's how we met.
Have you seen previews for the Golden Bachelor?
No, but I hear he's a local.
Yeah, to Indiana.
Yeah, he's like
Indy area.
Like no, Steuben County.
Really?
Yeah, he's like 20 minutes away from my parents' house.
Do they know him?
I need to ask my dad. I know. I need to figure that out.
You should text your dad right now.
Like, hey, Dad, I didn't hate you because you laughed about Long Live, but
Yeah.
we can make it work. Do you know this man?
Let's call him up.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call your dad up?
Why don't you just give him a call?
What's your thoughts on, like, I know you haven't really seen the previews.
Yeah.
Have you seen what he looks like? Let me pull him up while
He's an attractive
So you have seen him?
70-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Or 70 or 60.
Jerry.
I'm here for it. You know, people in their older age, like, they still deserve love. It's probably going to be me. I'll probably go on that show the way my life is looking. So, I'm here for
Why
it.
don't you submit your
My application?
Yeah, while you're young. And I mean, he's like doesn't look 70.
It's just like not my type to go after a 70-year-old, but each their own, I guess.
No, I mean like to just go on the regular.
Oh.
You thought I meant for him.
I was like, not really my thing.
Ew, he could be your grandpa.
I know. I was very upset by that.
Okay, this is kind of a blurry picture. You want to kiss him?
No. Yeah, I mean, he's a good-looking 70-year-old. I like the next thing that came up is the senior citizen. Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be a good show. I will for sure watch it. It's kind of funny because it's right next to Colton Underwood's season, and he kind of looks like him.
Oh, I'm on the Google search or whatever.
The Google search, yeah. Yeah, I'll watch it. When does it start?
No fucking idea.
Well, when it starts, hit me up.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's when we can pick up and start watching again together.
It's just, I like The Bachelor, but it's just so much content. It's 2 hours. It's so
I know.
long.
I'm like, I that's why I
It's
haven't been
overwhelming.
watching.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just haven't had the time
Nope.
to do it. I mean, I guess like on the every third time that we record,
We could watch it.
we could do this and then watch it.
Yeah, that would be fun. Every third time we record.
You're just like my permanent guest host, like until The Bachelor's over.
It's like, oh, peace out. It's the
Every
final
Monday for the
two.
next 1,000 years.
It never ends.
You're welcome. I agree. I think so. I want to say they like just fired a bunch of people or like forced people into like early retirement on the like in the franchise. So it makes sense that like things are changing.
Uh-huh.
And I do think that they needed to change it up.
Yeah.
But like of course, when they do like an old bachelor, it's like an old white guy. Or they couldn't do an older woman.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just like that's my, and I know that's probably not a hot take. I don't know if actually anyone's ever said that, but like I'm just like, okay, like you just made a guy old, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's probably no like body diversity. Like I think like that's where we could have started too.
Yeah. Like there's some like really hot plus size models.
Yeah. Like I was listening to this pod. Actually, I have two points from 2 different podcasts. This one podcast, this girl, like she was herself was a little bit curvier. She was on Caitlin Bristow's podcast. Actually,
Oh, okay.
It's the girl that does her makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name is Taryn. And she's like, guys love me. She's like, not every guy, but there's guys that love my body. And she's like, people want to see that. And like the guys that love my body, like there's people watching it that love that type of body. You know what I mean? It's like not all guys, like just because like our society and culture tells us everyone likes a really skinny person. Like that's not always the case.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to reteach people how to watch TV almost. It's like you're just so many people have been taught to
Yes,
to
and
only,
that's what Caitlin was saying.
Yeah.
Right. And then like the other point that I wanted to say from Nick Viall's podcast is one of his producers said that they had some tea on Jerry. Or Gary. What's his name?
The Golden Bachelor.
Yes. Which I don't know if it's been proven. Like she just heard it through someone. But I guess when his wife was alive, he was cheating on her. And they think that they're probably going to play like I'm a widow.
Oh, yeah.
I loved my wife card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the sappy shit.
I already don't like him.
I know.
We need to figure out if this is true or not.
I know. And of course, I'm like starting the rumor too. Like they started it and I'm continuing it.
It's like us.
But I guess like
dirty little slut.
He had
I can use it. In that context, it was bad. I want to use it in a good one.
You have to start saying that to people.
No one would expect it
like
from
in your
me.
real life.
I know. Like I'm at work. Oh, you dirty little slut.
Why are you late to this meeting?
But
like we're at a night out. It's like you dirty little hoe. Oh. But I know like this, he was being a dirty little slut.
I love this for us.
He called the girl that he was like cheating on his wife with, and somehow, which this is why I don't know if it's true because like a little skeptical, but somehow he was recording a dirty voicemail for her and it got around to their entire workplace and he got fired.
No, like not a dirty voicemail.
First of all, how embarrassing.
That's such a seven. Also, like, how does she know how to record a voicemail? Like, you're like, how old is she? Wait, he recorded himself?
He thought it was to her.
Okay, and who was it to?
His entire workplace.
Oh my god.
Like, okay, I have never in my life recorded like a voice memo that's like supposed to be sexy, but I've like recorded some Snapchats and I would die if that was released.
Oh.
Could you imagine?
No. Actually, that would never happen to me. That would be horrible.
Like, I just sometimes think about how I like, just as an example, like talk to my dog in the privacy of my own home.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not being a dirty little slut to my dog. But I'm like, Murphy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then like the things that I say to her, I'm like, so embarrassing. Like, but could you imagine? Oh my God. It would be mortifying.
So we need to find out if that's true. Where was his workplace? I bet I know someone that works.
Ask your dad.
I know. I'm like, Dad, you know your friend, the Golden Bachelor? Where did he work?
Please follow up.
Is this the right job? Is this true?
I guess he was in the restaurant business.
Oh.
And then I don't know. So.
Well, we have to figure this out.
It's like, the tea is spicy. It's hot. It's piping hot.
I know. I'm just like excited. Like, who are the women going on the show?
I think someone said like Matt James's mom might be on there.
That's the first person I thought of because she's
really
cute. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Also, I wonder if this guy got picked because he knows Ben Higgins. Because Ben Higgins is kind of around. I don't know. It's just a thought.
I was like, oh, really?
No, I have no idea.
I believed it.
Okay,
I was gonna go tell people that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start making up all lies. You believed me way too quickly. Like, yeah, actually, he's my dad's best friend.
It's like my ongoing joke. Like, I think I could believe like anything that anyone says.
Yeah,
like just be a little bit convincing. Just like that's why like conspiracy theories like are really dangerous around me. I'm like, oh, good. What?
I've been very good at convincing people of things recently.
You are so good at it. Like scary good.
I know. It's because I'm a trusting person.
And like you just say it with confidence.
Yeah.
Like your alter ego, like when you try to convince people that like you're Whitney from like Nashville.
Everyone believes me, yeah.
Like, and like you have like an S on.
I know. I'm like, yeah, my name's Whitney. And
on your necklace,
I
like, yeah,
have like an initial S.
It's my last name, Smith.
Like, Smith, Whitney Smith.
Yeah.
Everyone
It's
knows
my
that.
boyfriend. Like,
Yeah.
Mike, Sam.
Sam. Last name not Smith for him.
Oh my god.
It's
I
so
just
funny.
not to keep ranting about this, but I also like just like thinking about it. I really hope there's age appropriate women. No offense.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
love for you to go on date a grandpa.
I did not want me to go on. It's like I know, like
Just age appropriate.
yeah,
please.
yeah. I hope so.
There'll be some
Excited
hot
to see
grannies.
when this happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
spend a lot of marketing for it when we don't have
I
a date
know.
yet.
I know. Well, I mean, of course. And then allegedly Kim Kardashian said she was going on, but I think that's fake news.
Kim K, they could not pay her enough to get her on the show.
That's what I'm saying. And then like Tony. Are you on that side of TikTok?
Was he the one with the duck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know him.
He posted like a clip of it, and I was like, I think this is fake.
I don't like him very much.
I would love to see him.
I'm a Bachelor. Only if he has his duck.
He for sure, like that's his whole shtick.
Shtick, yeah.
But I also could see them not, because he does like OF. Like I don't think I can say this on YouTube anymore, so I'm not gonna say it here. But
Oh, I know what OF is.
the fans,
The
and he like
fans.
does it dirty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so scandalous.
Yeah. He'll I think he makes a lot of money from it.
Oh,
it
I bet. Yeah.
Like I think he's like and he's like one of like TikTok's like top creators.
Is his duck in it?
Which one? I'm just kidding. that was a bad joke. I don't think so.
Oh, that would be so upsetting. Like, just even if it's hanging out around, we don't need that.
I think that would kind of be funny. It's his whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he like
I thought his whole thing was his mom yelling at him.
it's a lot of things. Like his dad's crazy. His dad retired to like help him with this. Like he pays his sister. His sister went to college, and like when he first started like OF, like he would just take a bunch of money and like in dollar bills. Like this, like I vividly like remember this video. He took this whole bag and unzipped it and threw it at his sister, so that all this money flew all over. I just about knocked this over. And he's like, "Here's my dick money paying for your college."
Wait, I did see this. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't think anything of it. How was I supposed to know what dick money meant? I don't know.
What did you think it was?
I didn't think too hard. It was a 15-second TikTok. I just kept scrolling.
You're like, "Oh, nice."
Oh, that's good for him. Paid for his college.
Yeah, which is I don't know. And I've like seen him do like other things like that. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dick money.
Okay, so I personally have just had like some random thoughts like throughout this week that I just like started
okay.
writing down before I
Mhm.
even knew that like you were gonna be on here with me. But
It's me.
are you a Selena Gomez fan?
Only because she's Taylor Swift's friend.
Okay, that's kind of my vibe too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yeah, I'm not. I
But, like-
wish her well.
right, and she seems like a sweet girl.
Mm-hmm.
And like I kind of like kept up to date with like the Justin Bieber drama and stuff.
Oh yeah, and all that.
But I was more of like a Bieber fan, but I was like, oh, this is kind of shitty. But like, are we just like aged out of this like age bracket?
Yeah, I think she's too young for us.
Is that it? Because she's like one of the most
Or we're
followed
too old
women
for
on
her.
Instagram. And I'm like, I think I just miss this, like how
Yeah, because
like, and she doesn't really post much. Like I
Yeah.
feel like she doesn't even really have much of a personality. And like, please don't come for me if like you're a Selena fan. Like maybe I'm just like ignorant to it. I'm like, I just don't understand how this happened.
I mean, she was a Disney, right? Disney girl, like
Yeah.
Wizardly
Okay,
place.
yeah.
And
Which
so
I would sometimes watch.
yeah,
that.
so that kind of makes sense to me because like I feel like all those people, like the generation a little bit younger, like just a tiny bit younger than us, are all like Disney fans. Like when she was coming up, like she was not a Disney star when we were coming up,
Okay.
and so they're all on Instagram. So it makes sense to me that they all follow her.
Yeah, because they were like the generation right below us.
Mhm.
Or maybe even just like younger millennials.
Just or like on the cusp of Gen Z.
Okay, I need to like talk to like a young person about this because I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I don't know a single person who like is obsessed with Selena
No.
Gomez. Like I don't know anyone who like dislikes her.
Right.
But it's not like we're gonna sit here for 40 minutes talking about Selena Gomez like we have Taylor Swift.
Absolutely not.
So.
But they're like they're besties. So like truly, like that's why I'm like, okay, like I like her.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I'll see like clips of like her shows and I'm like, how did she even fill that stadium?
Yeah.
I'm like, I truly am like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've just never really connected with her music too much. Like there's some hits, like I know her hits, but also I haven't like deep dived. Like I haven't sat and just listened to a whole album.
Yeah, like that one that came out a couple of years ago where she like filmed it on like an iPhone. It was like in black and white. Like I needed to lose you to love me or something. I don't know if that's quite it. It's a really like sad song. You know me, I love that. So like I loved that song. But outside of that, and that was like relatively a newer song. I don't even know if I could name another one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's still a mystery. So
we'll never know.
Shoot.
Oh.